All right, you know me. If I'm going to make a healthy dish, it's probably not going to be a big salad. Really not that kind of girl. But I am the kind of girl who's going to bring you foods that you love, foods that bring you comfort, foods that are satiating, nourishing, delicious, bold in flavors. But we're just going to lighten it up a little bit. So that's exactly what I'm doing today. We're going to do some meatballs. I love a meatball. But we're going to do a meatball skillet where it all cooks in one big skillet that you can either pull out the meatball and throw it in a sub bun. You can just eat it plain over noodles, whatever you want to do. But it's kind of one of those one-pot wonders. So let's get moving here. So we've already started to brown some of them. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But first, let me talk about how we actually made this mixture. So I have some ground turkey here, and I use the dark meat ground turkey. I find that to be more luscious. I find that to be, it just adds that kind of fat flavor without actual fat. That's what I do. First, let's go ahead and crack in an egg. And I'm going to add some fun stuff here. We're going to get some breadcrumbs. We're going to get a little bit of our Lamer's milk in there. That kind of soaks into those breadcrumbs, helps add a little moisture too. Sometimes turkey can be a smidge dry, helps add a little moisture. Parmesan, one of my favorite cheeses on the planet. We're going to get, and I go heavy. It's calcium. It's good for you. It's good for your bones. Cheese. All right, we're going to go ahead and add some chopped garlic. Let's get that rolling in there. A little Italian seasoning, or Italian seasoning, as my grandpa would say, from Italy. Italian seasoning. And then I'm going to add in a little tomato paste. Now what that's going to do is that's going to add in a really lovely rich flavor, right? Sometimes turkey, chicken, meatballs, things like that can be a smidge bland, so this is going to help pump up that flavor. I'm going to get a little bit of salt and pep in there, nice and up high with our fingers. Season her up. No bland food around here, right? MITG, make it taste good. A little bit of fresh parsley. Now I'm going to make a mess. Make this with my hands. So just start smashing. This is a great one. You know, I have 2 little boys at home, and I'm not a crafting mom. I think you'll find out in this show, whenever we have anyone on the show who's a crafter, Abby's probably gonna do that segment because I'm terrible. I glue my fingers together. I'm the worst, like, crafting mom of all time. But you know what I do with my kids? I cook. I do cook and bake with my kids. So that's something that if you don't mind it taking a little bit longer and getting the kids involved, have them do this, smash up parts so your fingers don't get all gross. All right, like mine are. I'm going to move this to the side. Let me give it a little washy wash real quick. And then we already have some ready to go. While I'm washing my hands, look at the back set that Stock Market Girls did. Isn't that not stunning? All right. So now, we already started. You met Sarah yesterday. She is fantastic. She already got some meatballs going for me here, but I'm going to show you how I do meatballs. So you're going to put a little oil in a pan. I like to use a big skillet, so skillet meatballs. I'm using a fun olive oil today. I'm going to do the Stock Market Tuscan Herb. When you go there, they have a million different kinds of oils. I make a lot of Italian food, so I find this one to be something I can use all the time. So I grabbed it. But if you don't have it and you're not able to get down there, go ahead and just use regular olive oil. All right, so now when it comes to meatballs, I use a scooper just to make sure they're all kind of even. But one of my things I love to do is I roll and then I flatten. I'm a flattener. I'm a flat meatball girl. I'm not a flat earther, but I'm a flat meatball girl. And I'll tell you why. I hate having to just continuously roll meatballs to try and brown them on all sides. This way, you brown each side, you call it a day. All right, oops, my oven turned off. I'm still learning these ovens, everybody. It's okay. We're gonna keep on rolling. All right, so literally. So again, give a scoop. If you don't have a scoop, just use a big tablespoon. You'll be fine. Give a roll, flatten. Now this again, I'm a really big meal prepper. I love getting stuff done at the beginning of the week. For me, I make a double portion of this usually when I'm at home, and I'll put one portion of it in a freezer bag, flatten it out, throw it in your freezer. That way it thaws really fast, so you have meatball mix ready to go. And then the other one, I roll the meatballs in the morning, and then I just have them ready to throw in the pan when you need them. So to me, this is a great meatball prep dish. This is also a great prep dish for anyone you know who's homesick, maybe had a baby. It's just comfort food, but slightly lighter. All right, so I put them in, I flatten them out. Let me wash my hands one more time, so I'm going to show you how to make the sauce while these are browning up. So now, while the meatballs are getting brown, I'm not looking to cook these all the way through. All I want to do with these is get a nice sear on them. I could technically cook the meatballs right in the sauce. they don't have the texture. When you sear meat, especially in like a cast iron like this, when you sear meat, you create this crust, and the crust is what adds caramelization. Caramelization means flavor. So to me, worth the extra step to make sure you get some browning on these. All right, for our sauce, this couldn't be easier. I always have San Marzano tomatoes, crushed tomatoes in my pantry. Yes, they cost $1 more. I get it, but they're San Marzano, they're tomatoes from Italy, and they just have this non-tinny feel about them. You can get those at Hy-Vee, they're fantastic. And let's get some garlic, a little more garlic. We have some in the meatballs. Let's put some in the sauce as well. So I got some fresh garlic here, give it a little smashy smash. Now, I just want you to look at my knife. I'm putting it right there. Look at this knife. This knife is stunning. And it was a gift today from Catherine from Season to Taste. She sent me a link months ago about some new knives she has coming in, and they were these colors. It was like sage, eggplant. I remember all of them, literally from this email, this navy, and I remember telling her, I am obsessed with the navy, and that was long before I got this job and got a navy kitchen. So she brought it to me today as a gift. I am so excited. It's sharp, it's heavy, it's gorgeous, obsessed, better than jewelry. For me, better than jewelry. So I'm gonna go ahead and give my garlic a little chop here. Let me take a look at my meatballs here. Are they coming? Yeah, we're getting a little color on those. Let's give them a little flip. Like I said, not looking to cook them all the way through. Just a little caramelization. All right, keep on rolling, my friend. All right, so for my garlic here, it looks good. No green stems in it. Looks like good fresh garlic. You know what we talked about the last couple days if you've been watching the show. Just put that garlic in the middle of your board. Knife in the middle, hand on top. Get yourself a good knife. Makes it so fun. I always say good knives, good tools in the kitchen are like great tennis shoes right before you join a gym, right? You don't want to go to the gym. You don't want to go to the gym. Then you get a good pair of tennis shoes. You're like, I want to go to the gym. Like, that's to me what good kitchen tools are. So you're going to meet me later with Catherine. We're going to talk about a bunch of essentials that you need. So I've got some already browned up here. I'm going to add them in. And now let's get this sauce rolling. So these, obviously, they're turkey. They didn't release a lot of fat. So I'm going to add a little more fat back into the pan. Let's get a little more olive oil in there, and I'm going to turn the heat down. Garlic burns quick. So I'm going to turn this heat down. I'm just going to cook it for just a minute. On deck, okay, we're gonna take the top off. That's a trick that I learned in culinary school. Top comes off, then it goes in the pan. Not just a hat rack, people. All right, so we're gonna go like this. Now, see all those little bits at the bottom from the meat? I want that. I want those bits in there. It's called fond, F-O-N-D, and that just means flavor, honey. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this around the oil, kind of scrape up a little bit, and have my tomatoes ready to go. It's why I wore red today. That's why I have a dark apron on. It tends to splatter, so be careful. But I got my tomatoes ready to go here. I'm gonna pour them right in. Yep. And now, yep, get in there, hun. A little bit of salt, nice and up high. A little bit of pep. And now get those meatballs right back in. And now the meatballs are gonna cook. And what I love about this is the meatballs are gonna release juices right in there, flavor that sauce. But what I'm gonna do, we're not gonna pull out one right now that's already done. We're gonna show you this at the end of the show. When I start doing my salmon at the end, I'm gonna pull it out, top it with cheese, show you what it looks like. So I'm gonna cover this, reduce the heat. We're gonna let those simmer.